we're live.
Hey, all right, welcome back to Kitchen Ambush. We are at a new restaurant with a new chef, a new local ingredient, and one great new local dish.
Wow.
So I'm Mark Conway.
I'm Vanessa Lane.
And we're gonna introduce you to this guy in just a minute, but we wanted to say hi back to everybody. We're back in Virginia.
We are.
We're in Norfolk today.
A beautiful day.
And it is a beautiful day. This area kind of has an issue with seasons. I think over the weekend we were at summer. Today we're kind of at the early summer. Spring just was bypassed completely.
Went right through.
Yep.
So we wanted to get right back on track, get you back and watching a new local chef make a great dish. And so we decided to come to Bardo, which is in the Ghent area.
It is.
And I'll tell you, it's one of those places that has been here for as long as I can remember. It's a staple to the area, and it's one of those restaurants that does a kind of Tappas style menu with an Asian flair.
One of my favorite.
And this is the new executive chef. This is Rob Jackson.
Woo!
Hi, how y'all doing?
So tell us a little bit about you and what brought you to now as you're the new executive chef here.
Well, through my career working in different style restaurants and different style cuisines such as like Italian and French and a little bit of Cuban, decided why not try my little look at Asian flair, but
yeah,
it's actually working out pretty well. It's a really good cuisine. And
so now you're able to take what is a really good menu, a strong menu, that has a lot of really creative items on it. It's not just your standard, food fare.
Yes.
It's got a lot of different tweaks and turns to it. Now you're starting to incorporate some of your own into that.
Exactly. We have a lot of new specials there every single week that continuously rotate. Like this week we're running a Mother's Day lamb agnew special. So
nice. So tell everybody about that.
It's basically a grilled to perfection lamb agnew 3 bone-in lamb pop special on a bit of arugula with mashed potatoes and candied carrots.
Oh goodness, yum, yum.
That's the kind of thing you're going to see, and then you'll see everything from really cool spring rolls that have duck in them, and if there's going to be duck on the menu, it's the first thing I'm going to try.
Of course.
Some creative sauces, but and also the atmosphere here kind of has that ambiance of just, it can be a great place to meet for business.
Of course, we do everything from business to just laid back, just kicking it on Friday, Saturday night with good friends atmosphere. So. And
it's almost like the restaurant is split in two sides. You've got the side that is the bar that does really incredible cocktails, and then you have the side that's the restaurant, so you can get two different feels by coming to the same place.
Oh, correct.
Love it.
Yep.
Love it.
Awesome. Well, this is Kitchen Ambush.
Bum, bum, bum.
So first of all, I want to remind you that we're live, so make sure you're sending in your comments, your questions, whatever you have to say, because Vanessa's going to be checking that throughout the show, and we want to hear from you.
Will do.
Because, that's what keeps it interesting, and that's what sets it apart, is being live. But we know that what everybody wants to see, and that's you doing some cooking. So we're going to reveal our new local ingredient for the day, and this was actually shipped to us from a small local place, and I'll tell you, it's a really cool item. So I'm going to pull out the box.
Ooh, now I'm really intrigued. Oh, it's comes up here?
Yep.
There you are.
And we're going to open up the box, and this is from Ink and Knives, and it is bacon jam. We met these guys through the World Food Championships, and he was telling me all about his bacon jam, and I was like, this has to be on the show at some point. I love their logo. It's a chef's knife and a tattoo gun.
Yep.
I mean,
I like my tattoo.
Yeah, right. See, it goes perfect in any kitchen. So this will be your ingredient to use today. We're looking for you to make an outstanding dish kind of in your style. And at this point, I think we're going to go ahead and get to cooking. So make sure you like and subscribe to Kitchen Ambush, because here we go.
And make sure you give all those comments, because I'm going to give them all live. See you in a minute.
All right. After you, chef.
Delicious.
So, when you first came here, and you first kind of came over here to Bardo,
yes,
and you were kind of working through, kind of learning their menu, what was one of those tough things that you had to do?
Pretty much the way they processed everything. Everything was different from like Italian cuisine to French cuisine, how we sit there and handle everything.
Sure.
With that being said, just developing the whole Asian process of everything worked out pretty well.
Nice.
I have my spoons up here.
And then as you do this, we'll make 2 plates, because of course we take one for pretty food pics.
Yep.
And then one that we're going to try. That's Vanessa's favorite part of the show, is to be able to try the new dishes. So you're going to put down, you got a skillet down, and you're going to put a little bit of the bacon jam in there and bring some heat to it.
Yes. Basically reduce this down in the oil, get all that nice little bacon flavor so I can braise. I want to do a scallop dish.
Oh yeah, I'm never going to complain about scallops. So it's either, you know, when I go to a menu, it's either duck or scallops, the two things I'm looking for. And add bacon to the mix and you got a perfect trifecta.
Yep.
So, you know, what was probably a dish that you decided to add to this menu here? And it was adding your spin to it and it's been most successful?
I'd have to say my scallop medley. I have a Montrose Rosé reduction and garlic, salt, and pepper.
Nice.
With a little bit of hoisin in there. And
I love hoisin sauce.
Yes.
So the people that are watching, you know, they don't know if they don't know necessarily what hoisin sauce is, what is a hoisin sauce?
That's tough because our hoisin is a little bit different than everybody else's.
Nice.
Basically, we'll sit there and we'll take our hoisin sauce and we'll sit there and flavor with a little bit of oyster sauce, a little bit of basil, and we pretty much take the regular basis of the hoisin and turn it into our own little Asian flair.
And hoisin's kind of like a very loose interpretation. I'll say almost like an Asian barbecue sauce.
Yes, pretty much.
It's got similar kind of dynamics.
Right, little flavors to it, but.
Yep. All right, so now, you know, a lot of people like to ask questions, you know, and I was thinking about another way to talk about it was, they all want to know, what does everybody eat? You know, because they know we're cooking all day, and there's this misconception that when we get home, we're like literally going crazy cooking. And we chop up and we make a million things that are in there. But in reality, when you have your go-to dish and you're exhausted, it's been a long shift, what are you eating?
Exhausted long shift when I'm eating, I'm going with like, you know, chicken nuggets or barbecue sandwiches.
I mean,
on the late night type of menu, but if I'm waking up like on a Sunday morning or something, I'm making like a good omelet dish or a good parfait or, you know, something to actually treat myself for a nice good heartbeat.
That totally makes sense. Now, what is, you know, the other fun thing is, you know, as you're creating dishes, and we've all done this, what is that dish you were like, I'm going to go ahead and try this, and you, in your mind, it sounded spectacular, but in execution, it just did not kind of work. Do you have one of those dishes?
Yes, duck nachos.
Duck nachos didn't work.
I wanted to do a contemporary flair on like the traditional bar food.
Right.
And the first couple times I tried it, I just did not make my mark. I could not find my sauce combination right to where every single flavor influence would just pop in your mouth.
Right.
And it took me about 3 or 4 times before I actually hit the mark on that one. So. And
it's funny because it's you know, when you're doing that, it's always that one little kicker that just doesn't quite go the way you want it to. But now, so basically what you did is you put the oil in the pan, you had the bacon jam in there, you let that really kind of, you know, work its way all the way through the oil, and then you pulled the bacon out, and now you just have that bacon oil.
Yeah, I don't want to change the flavor profile by having the bacon overcook in there, so I just wanted to flavor the oil enough so I could braise my scallops in there and absorb all that nice baconly flavor to
nice. So what are some of the exciting things you're doing here at the restaurant?
Besides menu changes and weekly specials, we're going out, we're actually interacting with our customers more, coming up with more interactive dishes such as our carpaccios and stuff like that, where everybody can sit there and take part in it. So it's kind of like a hibachi style but Asian fusion tapas.
Very cool. Now, with dinners, like you have a really unique setup here at this restaurant that you have, you know, that chef's table.
Yes.
Where people can literally come and sit right on the other side of where you're cooking.
Yep.
How popular is that?
It's actually really popular. Every single weekend we have people sitting there interacting with our chefs, and we'll sit there and put a show on for them and, you know, sit there and just joke around all night with them. It makes them feel really good. So.
It does, and it's an experience that most people can't get. So, and that's the tough thing, is that people are always looking for great food. Because of, you know, television now, they're wanting to meet chefs and they want to see dynamic chefs. But to give them the experience, that's something we hear chefs talk about all the time, is they want their food to be an experience.
Yes.
So,
you know, like with companies like Grubhub and Postmates and all that out there nowadays.
Right.
We sit there literally have to compete with that, because you can literally have the option now to sit in your house and get
the
really
same
good food. So now we have to sit there and come up with the challenge of putting a face to the restaurant, so they know, hey, all right, well, he's in the kitchen right now, let me go see him, and I know what my experience is going to be. So
you really do you have to mix that up. It can't just be, here's food on a plate, food on a plate, food on a plate.
Excuse me.
Sure, go ahead. So now you've got the scallops, they're in the pan, they're in the bacon oil, you got them on the one side, a little salt and pepper. What else are you thinking you're going to do?
Right now, I'm going to garnish with a little bit of basil. I've got some little vegetable stock sticky rice that I've made.
Nice.
Sit there, put the scallops on a bed of that with a little bit of the Montrose Rosé reduction. And
Now talk about that reduction. That's something you make here?
yeah, that's something I made here that I came up with myself. I took a little bit of our Montrose Rosé, mixed a little bit of salt, pepper, a little bit of thyme, a little bit of garlic, reduced that down with the cornstarch slurry, and it makes a nice little glaze that actually accents all of the little flavors.
And that cornstarch slurry just kind of gives it that body.
Yes.
So you have the texture you're looking for.
And it works really great when you sit there and mix like our regional like fresh vegetables and like fruits along with it.
Right.
You sit there and you'll take like strawberries for like springtime and all that, and everything just works out great.
And that gives you that ability, that flexibility to kind of change the flavor up by what's seasonally available.
Exactly.
Nice.
You know, we'll go with like little fall flavors, like a little bit of nutmeg or cinnamon and stuff like that for zest. Springtime, you know, it's great to put like a little lemon zest or some lime, some strawberries in there.
I like that. I love adding, anytime you can add that citrus.
Yes.
You know, that good acid, it's got great sugar to it, but man, does that add some body and flavor.
Yes.
All right, so now your scallops have been literally just absorbing the flavor from that oil.
Yes.
And you hit it with a little wine.
Hit it with a little bit of
got that nice little flame up.
Pinot Grigio.
Right.
You know, deglaze the pan a little bit. Like, everything worked out perfectly on that. So take a little bit of my reduction that I was talking about here, and
all right, I'm coming in just for a minute.
Yeah, jump in here.
I got in. I'm coming next to Chef. So I got Randy White online. Says nice, rock it out, Chef. I got Robert L. Watson III. That says that's my boy.
Right on.
And I've got looks going on. Everyone's looking, want to see what that food looks like. Keep it going. Keep those
if you
Facebook
want,
comments.
feel free to get a little close up here. About to start plating here, so.
All right. And that's that's one thing that people don't realize about Tappas is, they think about Tappas, the first thing they go to is like hummus and pita, and they think that's Tappas.
Yeah, no,
but Tappas is just small plates.
Much more. Yeah, it's just basically a smaller portion plate of everything. But there's so much different dishes you can do. You can do spring rolls, you can do tenderloin steaks, you can do lamb dishes, you can do meatloaf. You can make anything into a Tappas restaurant as long as everything is just like a smaller portion, easily accessible.
Right,
so.
and you literally, and let's take a look.
Not quite done.
Oh, not done. All right.
Yes, hold on.
Shoot, there's a scallop. I was ready to go. So, and that's the thing about it's great because when you come with a group for Tappas, it's nice because in that way everybody can try something a little different. All right, so you're adding some garnish to things now?
Yep. Garnishing with a little bit of carrots and fresh onions, bring that fresh, earthy taste to everything. So, plus the colors all together make everything pop. So.
You do. You're adding that color, and it's all about presentation as well because you eat with your eyes first. I just brought it right to you with the camera there.
Oh, yes. There you go.
And now with something like that, you get a lot of different textures.
Yes.
You got a lot of flavors. You get a little bit of everything. All right, so let's pop right back in here. And I think we're about ready to taste. Vanessa, are you excited to taste some scallops this morning?
Yes, I'm excited. Oz says that he's got to zoom in real quick to see all this scrumptiousness because I'm not sure everybody online got to see this.
I mean, that is pretty.
It's pretty. It's pretty. And in fact, I think we got more actually. So while we're doing that, we gotta give more shot. We got AC Vincent. Hey AC.
Hey AC. Glad to see you again.
He's online. Let's see who else we got. We got tons of people watching. We've got big looks. Elsie Serrano, Mia Denia, Angela Tilly. They're all watching. And Colleen Curry, big eyes, watching the food is what she's posting.
Nice.
So, and again, now you take a product like Ink and Knives Bacon Jam, and you turned it, excuse me, you turned it into a flavored oil.
Yes.
Yep.
Which is spectacular. Another way to cook
and
it.
Oz wants Chef to turn this way so everyone can see him in the shot, and then we can see the dish simultaneously.
So, your mystery ingredient to recap, Ink and Jam's Bacon Jam. Thank you guys. Thanks for sending that out. And found a really creative way to use it. It wasn't just something straightforward.
Yes.
A lot of people see something like a bacon jam, it's like I'm just going to smear it on a burger, call it a day because it's going to be awesome. But you actually made a flavored oil out of it to cook the scallops out.
Yep.
Well,
I feel that's the best way to embody the entire scallop with that flavor. So.
Absolutely, it really does.
And you're speaking my language because scallops. I mean,
oh yeah.
He's a duck one, I'm a scallop one, so I'll take one for the team this time.
Yeah, you're going to have to dive in because that's me, and you get nice color on it because the bacon kind of has that color in the oil, so it really gives a dish that could be bland, not a pop. And I love the greens in on it and the carrots.
The color, it's just popping.
All right, so are we ready to try this, guys?
Let's do this.
All right, here, why don't you go ahead and jump in here?
All right, we have more forks? More forks?
I'm just grabbing a
You're just
scallop.
wait. Chef, come on this way.
Yeah, we're just gonna
grab a scallop. All right, we're gonna let Oz get ready. I'm gonna do the.
You're gonna do the dainty thing?
The dainty thing. You grab
All right, you got the other ones. 3 for 3.
3 for 3.
I'm allergic to shellfish.
Oh, you are?
Okay,
No, don't eat it. Turn around so everyone can see that. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
That's a really well cooked scallop.
Thank you.
You get every bit of the smokiness out of the bacon without the bacon overpowering it.
Out of sight. Wow.
And that's a worry whenever a lot of times you'll see people combine, bacon wrapped scallops. You'll see it every appetizer. All you really get is bacon.
Yeah.
But the way you do with the oil, you get the smokiness out of the bacon while still keeping the integrity and the flavor of that scallop.
It's amazing.
That's a fantastic scallop.
All right, if you haven't been to Bardo, let me tell you, you're missing out.
And book the chef's table.
Yes,
book the chef's
please.
table. And please come say hi to this amazing chef.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
He's a new chef here at Bardo. You can find Bardo on Facebook.
Yep.
And look them up here in Norfolk, Virginia, right off 21st Street. And, don't just come, come early for cocktails, then stay for food. But biggest thing about a place like this, you want to come with a group.
You do.
Yes.
You want to put a slew of small plates all over the table, let everybody dig in, have a culinary, art masterpiece all over your table, and then just enjoy and eat.
So, great cocktails, great food, fantastic chef.
And again, it's that Asian flair to Tappas with Chef Rob's new kind of own culture and background mixed into it. But I tell you, thank you for guys for watching today. Again, you can find them on Facebook under Bardo, that's B-A-R-D-O. And of course, you know where to find us. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Smoke Signal is my all-time favorite. And look us up at YouTube at youtube.com/kitchenambush. Hit subscribe so you can see all the videos we got going on. And if you like and follow us on Facebook, you'll be notified every time we go live. I'm Mark Conway.
I'm Vanessa Lane.
I'm Rob Jackson.
And it's better when it's unexpected. And remember, sharing is caring. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
That's a good scallop.
Thank you.
Wow.
If for somebody allergic to shellfish, that's a good scallop.
I was always allergic to seafood and shellfish, like growing up in.
3, 2, 1, go! All right, welcome back to Kitchen Ambush, where once again it is one local restaurant, one local chef, one locally made ingredient, and one fantastic dish. The premise for the show is to support local, to talk about local, why it's important. Check that out. This is when you can come pick these peanuts. What makes local important to you?
Everybody supporting each other.
When something is vine ripened or field ripened, it's going to taste better than the average thing you get from the grocery store.
Sort of like the circle of life. I go out to the farmers come out to me.
I mean, real food, man. That's what it's all about.
Today's local ingredient, Billy's small batch bacon, peach pepper jam, scratch-made ginger snap cookies. So now your challenge is to put a plate together that kind of showcases what you do and highlights this amazing local product.
We can do this.
I think we can. I'm ready to eat.
All right, let's do it.
All right. This is going to be a little different than a traditional ambush. What they have is they have a grill, a couple of tables, their knives, and as you can probably see in the shot now, no pantry. In order to get your pantry, you're going to have 10 minutes to run through the market. Gather everything you need to make the best farmer's market ambush dish. Then you're going to come back here and have 30 minutes to cook it live in front of all these people with who knows what other twists and turns may come. We have our very first 2017 Oktoberfest champion.
that is going to be Tessa's creation. Look at that. The winner is a pumpkin pancakey crepe.
This is all off of a grill. There's pancakes, there's ginger snap crumble, there's mango jam.
Oh, there's some kisses happening. We are live from Alabama at the World Food Championship.
In Orange Beach, Alabama.
Crazy excited about that.
Super excited.
There's yelling, there's cheering, there's smoke, there's burning.
I'm in shock. And I'm honored. I love it. Thank you.
Now, one thing about when we do these, we want you guys to interact. Send in questions on Facebook.
Amazing food, great job, always worth the wait.
You're spreading love.
Absolutely. There is so much family involved to food.
It's fellowship, it's art, it's science, it's all these things.
We eat meals around the dinner table. Can't always necessarily get that done at home, but you can come to one of these local restaurants, still have that family dinner.
And it feels just like home.
It starts in the dirt, in the fields, with the love and the work that the farmers put into it.
And it's really a full circle experience.
Absolutely. But at the end of the day, we're all brothers, and we're all sisters, and we're all eating together.
So I'm Vanessa Lane.
I'm Mark Conway.
And we are with Kitchen Ambush.
Good night.